Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Valentine Lister, and this is my series on the minor arcana. And we're almost at the end of the wands. We are going to do the Queen of Wands today. I'm super excited to get into this card because one of my favorite things is that most people don't know there's other cards in the minor arcana that rule the Queen of Wands, and they actually tell you a little bit of a story about the Queen of Wands. Because I know with the court cards, when I've been learning the court cards, when I learned the court cards, I was like, well, who are these people? And it was kind of hard to tell the difference between like one of the Wands court cards, like what's the real difference between like the Page of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands. And if you saw my last video on the Knight of Wands, we got to see the background and see who he is. And we're going to do the same thing with the Queen of Wands, and we're going to see like a whole like where she came from, what she's doing now, where she's going in the future, and it's really going to help you remember who she is. Also, the other things, I'm going to share the astrological correspondence of the Queen of Wands, any symbolism that I think you guys should know about, as well as the upright and the reversed meanings. But before we get into it, I am super excited. I'm going to just want to make an announcement that I finally put together a tarot and astrology cheat sheet for you guys. Super pumped about this. So if you saw my tarot and astrology video, in that video, I tell you all the correspondences of the cards, but I was also thinking, it'd be really great to have a handout, like have everything written down on a piece of paper or like in a document that you could have on your computer to be able to reference those correspondences, because you're not going to necessarily memorize all of them, especially with the court cards, like where there's a few cards associated with this card. Might be a little more challenging, and I know it is for me. Like sometimes I have to look it up like for this video, but the frustrating thing was that I have to get like 2 to 3 different books to get all of the information on the astrological correspondences, just to double check, when I'm doing these videos, I'm telling you guys the right things. And that's really frustrating. So I wanted to have it all in a sheet in the same place. So long story short, blah. Anyway, it's a tarot and astrology cheat sheet. You guys can get it in the link in the description below. It's under the timestamps, under the timestamp section. I have it there. And you can get it as a thank you for signing up to my mailing list. So it's a really great resource for you guys. I'm super excited about it. You can find more details about this in the link in the description below. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the Queen of Wands. All right, so the Queen of Wands, who is she? Well, I gave her a little nickname just to give you a little flavor. And for the Queen of Wands, this witch is the boss. Yes, she rules. She knows who she is. All right, anyway, so I'm going to get right into the rulers of the card and the astrology of this card, because it's going to help you with everything else that you need to know. Okay, so she is ruled by the last decan of Pisces, which is the 10 of Cups. The first decan of Aries, don't worry, I'm going to smooth out these cards here. First decan of Aries, which is the 2 of Wands, and then the second decan of Aries, which is the 3 of Wands. And I talked a little bit about this in my astrology and tarot video, which you can check out, which I'll link. I'll put a link. Where is this? Up here, and I'll put it, it's in the description below and under the related videos. But basically the reason, that it's set up this way, this was created by the Order of the Golden Dawn. And I did talk about that in the astrology and tarot video. And I included this info too as well in my astrology and tarot cheat sheet. But in any case, what I love about this so much is that these 3 cards finally tell you who the Queen of Wands is. This card, right, the last decan of Pisces, the 10 of Cups, tells you about the Queen of Wands, her past. And then the 2 of Wands, is telling you about her present. And then the 3 of Wands is telling you about her future, and it's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna get into that. All right, so let's get into her background. So we see that she is from a family here that has made an effort to be emotionally nourishing, so much so that they might have been a little over the top. Like they painted like a really pretty picture in their daughter's mind of life, and so maybe it wasn't even super realistic, but it did have an impact on her. And they painted this picture that was magical and beautiful, and that this is the way to approach life with magic and take action from your imagination, from your fantasy. So they fed her a lot of stories and fantasies about what life could be, right? And now, so now we get to this Two of Wands, like to the present, which I'll put next to her to tell you this little story, and like trying to figure out a good setup here. Anyway, so then we have this Two of Wands in her present, and so she believes that she can conquer the world. Like she really believes it because of her family and in the past. And so nothing's holding her back. She asserts herself energetically and easily. Okay, so in the right hand of the Two of Wands here, and we have the Queen of Wands right here. They're both holding a wand, right? So she is holding a wand. So she knows when to assert herself energetically, right? Like we said. And the left hand, she's holding a sunflower. And in here, the Two of Wands, this person that's representing her is holding the staff, right, with the other hand. And so she also receives. She knows how to receive passion and like how to nurture it. So she receives and holds the beauty of the world and of the soul. And so she's confident in her belief that she's important and has the right to shine bright. And so because of this confidence, we get to the number 3, which is her future. And so she, because of that confidence to put herself out there and also know how to nurture the things that she receives, and also demand that she can demand a life that she creates in the future, she'll see the ships coming in from her hard work and labor. But it didn't feel like work at all because she loved every moment of what she was doing. She embraced the fight of life and went at it head first, kind of like Aries the ram. And these 2 cards are associated with Aries. So she'll benefit from her actions, and overall, she has been gifted a life of good fortune. And that's because her creativity was nurtured at a young age, as well as confidence. So her motto is probably one that says, if you can believe it, you can believe it, you can achieve it. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. That's what this Queen of Wands is all about. And just some additional things that I noticed in the symbolism for the Queen of Wands that I just wanted to mention is that we see the lions and the sunflowers here. And the lion is bravery, courage, and fortitude. So going forward, even when you're afraid. And the sunflowers here, they grow high and bright and they stand tall to reach the sun. And the sun in astrology represents the soul. And this is, I'm coming from Hellenistic traditional astrology, which is what I'm personally studying. I personally love this perspective. And then the black cat here symbolizes independence, curiosity, and waits for the right time to pounce. That is so her too. I didn't even think about that. Like when I was writing my notes here, is that's definitely about the Queen of Wands. She's curious, right? She's independent. She's a woman who takes action, but she waits for the right time to pounce. And that is, it goes into that like feminine quality of discernment when we're talking about like masculine and feminine polarity when it comes to astrology, which is like similar to what you would think about yin and yang. So yin is the more active, or actually I'm probably saying this wrong. I should just say masculine, feminine. So we're thinking about masculinity and femininity in astrology, where masculinity is this like pushing forward active energy, and the feminine energy is that discerning energy that reflects, that observes, that waits for the right time. And feminine energy also draws people in. So the other thing about this black cat, which I think is very Queen of Wands, is that the black cat has this element of mystery. And that mystery is related to the feminine, where you look at it and you're just intrigued by it and you're just so drawn in. And so that feminine energy doesn't take action because it literally draws people in towards it, who want to explore it and explore the mystery. All right, so let's get into the upright meanings. So the Queen of Wands represents a person. Guys, with the court cards, all of the court cards, we want to think, is it a person? So if you're doing a reading and they're like, do you see anybody? Is anybody coming up for me? Like, you know, as far as like could be a lover or partner, but it could be people, somebody could be asking about a friend, mother, daughter, whatever, right? But the court cards are the people. So let's use them like that. A lot of us don't. We read so much into it and we get confused because the other cards have people too. But the court cards, where we're talking about the page, knight, queen, and king, are people. So it could be another person, it could be you, but I think don't be so quick to read it as yourself. I really think reflect on it. Who are the other people in your life that could be showing up? Because a lot of times we go so much towards inner reflection that we don't think about the other things in our external environment and the people that come in. And that was one thing I liked about the Hellenistic astrology perspective and the traditional perspective, is that the chart is not just telling you about yourself, but it also tells you about everyone else in your life, every topic of your life, every area, like when it comes to other people or the world, like even where you're living and stuff, things along like that, like those details, like where you're going to work. It tells you about that. And I find that really nice, because also when we know about our environment and the people that are coming in, it really does speak to a lot of the impact on us and how it's going to impact us personally. So anyway, the meaning, right? So this person, this Queen of Wands, is a person who is connected to their inner child and has faith in their dreams. So it's a mature woman who knows how to assert herself and ask for what she's worth. She's confident, assertive, and has childlike optimism. She gets what she wants because she believes in what she wants and she believes that she deserves it. Often associated with being a businesswoman, right? This can be a lot of times a businesswoman. Although it could mean any adult female figure who's confident and creates the life that she wants. All right, so let's get into the reverse meaning. So if the card comes out reversed, it's going to look like that, right? And so it means that it's still the same person that I described above, but their energy is being blocked or avoided. You're avoiding them for some way, some reason, right? You're having a conflict with them. And like either you're trying to distance yourself or avoid them, or they're trying to distance themselves or avoid you. There's an argument between the two of you. It might be this person causing an argument with you or being too, I don't know, abrasive or aggressive. Wands energy, if it's reversed, tends to be a little domineering, aggressive, hostile, that kind of thing, or they're draining your energy. But yeah, you guys are having probably some kind of disagreement or argument or conflict. Yeah, or, you know, they're trying to avoid you or fight with you, or you're trying to avoid them, or you're fighting with them for whatever reason. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this video on the Queen of Wands. And this is just a quick reminder to make sure that if you really like this video, you want to get more, like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified, so that you can know when my videos come out. Also, if you sign up for that, to get that astrology and tarot cheat sheet, which don't forget, guys, if you really are into this tarot and astrology connection, if you sign up and to get that cheat sheet, you will get my emails to your inbox as well, you know, just as an extra reminder if you want to get them. So in any case, if you want to catch up with my other videos, like on the wands, the minor arcana, I'm going to link a minor arcana playlist over here, and I'm going to put a related video that I think you'll want to watch next up here. All right, love you guys so much. Take care. Bye. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified for whenever I release a new video every single week.